Good evening, everyone.
What happened? Yours look brightened up and mine's dimmed. Hmm. Okay, there it is. Better?
Yes, so.
Yep. Welcome to Meaningful Conversations with Dr. D.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. To give everyone a moment to jump on with us. Hopefully, everyone had a good day and a strong week thus far. Hump day. Now it's
Yeah.
downhill from here, right?
Downhill?
Yeah. Once you get over the hump, go
Oh,
downhill.
yeah. Yeah. Have you ever ridden a camel before?
No.
Would you like to ride a camel?
Yeah, if I'm in Egypt.
Mm. I wonder how hard that is to get on a camel because they're so high up, right?
Yeah, they got them. Probably got a ladder that you step up on when you initially
Mm.
get on, and once you get out in the desert, they got those roll-out ladders that
Mm.
you walk, that you climb up and down. I'd
So,
imagine.
so when you're on a camel, you're in between the humps. You sit in between the humps.
Well, if it's a two hump camel, it might not be a two hump
Oh,
camel,
I
right?
wonder what's in the humps.
I think that's where they store the water, right?
You think so? We're gonna have to
I
do
don't
some
remember.
research.
How
Research.
do we get on camels?
I don't know. Oh, hump day.
Mm, okay.
Hump day.
Hi,
Hey,
cuz.
cuz.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. We're gonna get
Happy
started here in a few minutes.
Wednesday.
Give folks a chance to jump on and join us.
How was your day, cuz? How have your week been thus far? Ooh, child. This old girl tired.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right, Alexa, pause.
Pause for the call.
Once again, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on Meaningful Conversations with Dr. Devin Oden. Of course, got my lovely wife, Michelle, here alongside me as we go forward um, in our subject tonight. Tonight, we're talking about success is loud, purpose is quiet. Now, I know some of the content we're going to talk about tonight may sound familiar, and the reason it sounds familiar is because I believe we need to make sure this message is clear that moving forward in 2026, man, we got to find a way to quiet ourselves, be
Hmm.
still uh, some moments each day so we can really hear clearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, from the source of all things, from God, and also just from our spirit, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to learn to just settle down, be quiet, and think clearly, move with precision, and know exactly what it is we want to do in this next move. We got to get rid of all of the fog, all of the cloudiness, excuse me, all of the confusion, all of the
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure. And the way to do that, we want success, right? But success can be very loud. Purpose is very, very quiet. You heard me, quote this text that I absolutely love from the Holy Scriptures, that, God moves in that quiet, still voice. He wasn't in the storm. He wasn't in the earthquake. He wasn't in any of that. He wasn't in the fire, the wind. He was in that quiet, still voice. And I believe what he's telling us is that, yes, he wants us to be successful. He wants us to be the head, not the tail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Set
Mm-hmm.
above only, never beneath, all of those things. But he wants us to learn how to settle ourselves, get quiet, meditate, and, think about what his purpose is for us, right? So, in tonight's episode, in a world that celebrates noise, visibility, and applause, you can't escape it on social media. You
Yeah.
got so many people, they're looking for noise, they're looking for visibility, they're looking for applause. It's easy to confuse success with purpose. Some of the most successful people that I know were driven by what their purpose was. They weren't even driven by success. They weren't driven by becoming millionaires, billionaires, whatever the case may be, building a
Mhm.
successful company. They really just were driven by the purpose that they had in their heart and some of the things that they wanted to do and accomplish in their life. So success is often really loud, right?
Mhm.
Measured by titles, money, and recognition. Purpose, however, moves quietly, silently, shaping our character, guiding our decisions, and anchoring us. When we move in silence, it begins to anchor us
Mhm.
when no one is watching. You're moving in the direction you're supposed to go in because you don't care who sees it. Matter of fact, you don't want to be seen in this season. You just want to
Yeah.
focus on what it is that you know you need to do to grow, develop, mature, and pursue and chase
Wow.
your success. So in this episode tonight, success is loud, purpose is quiet. We explore the difference between chasing validation and living with intention. Stop chasing validation. Live in your intention. Live intentionally. Okay. This year, I want to finish, my degree, my certificate program. I'm going to move expeditiously and I'm going to move with intention
Praise
as
Ti.
opposed to looking, for validation. Right. So this conversation invites us, you and I, to reflect on what truly fulfills us beyond achievements, what truly makes us tick, and how aligning with purpose brings peace, clarity, and lasting impact. So, once again, welcome back to Meaningful Conversations. Thank you for being here, baby.
I made it.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you to all of those who are joining us on our YouTube channel, as well as those on Facebook Live. Uh, as I ask each episode, please, if you haven't gone to our YouTube page, Meaningful Conversations with Dr. Devin Oten, please go there, subscribe, like, share, hit that bell so you'll be notified when we go live or we drop a short video or something like that. So please help us out, continue to build our web presence on YouTube, our YouTube channel, as well as what we're doing on Facebook. So, we live in a culture, we live in a time, a society, and it rewards noise. The more noise you
Mm.
make, the more rewarded you will be. It's all about big wins, big stages, big announcements.
Mhm.
And while
Mhm.
success often shows up very loudly, purpose usually doesn't announce itself. It whispers. It doesn't announce itself. It whispers, right? My wife, I've watched her do some of the things she wanted to do in silent, and it wasn't broadcasted, made known to everyone. It's just something she wanted to do, something she wanted to pursue. It was just a whisper. Now I was able to hear it and see it because, of course, we lived together. But family, friends, they didn't see it. They didn't know because it wasn't. Uh, Looking for recognition or
Validation.
validation or trying to be loud, trying to be seen. And all of
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
have experienced that where we're working on things that nobody knows about, right?
Yeah.
So today we're talking about the tension between success and purpose and how learning to listen to what's quiet can lead to a life that's not just impressive, but deeply fulfilling. I don't know about
Mm.
you. I want a deeply fulfilling life, right?
Yeah.
Not just success, not just things in this life, man. I want a fulfilling life where I've impacted some people's lives, starting with my immediate family, my
Mhm.
wife, our children, our grandchildren, our brothers, sisters, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins,
Mhm.
and of course, our close network of friends that we have, associates here in California, as well as back home and around the country, and in fact, around the world.
Yeah.
So, purpose doesn't need applause, brothers and sisters. It doesn't rush, it's not in a hurry, it doesn't compete with anyone.
Wait, say that one more time.
Purpose doesn't need applause,
Mhm.
it doesn't rush you, it's not trying to speed you along,
Yeah.
it doesn't compete with other people, right? It simply calls.
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
listening to a video earlier today. A brother I follow, very successful brother, uh, doing some amazing things. And he made the comparison. He said, "Man, when you go into wealthy neighborhoods, he said it's really quiet. You don't hear much of anything." He said, "But when you go into poor communities, you go into black and brown communities, he says it's loud, it's noisy. There's a lot of stuff, happening around you, a lot of visible stuff, right?"
Mhm.
And he was talking about the reason that is because successful people need quiet time. They need to be in a quiet environment to collect their thoughts and to think about what the next move is, to be two steps ahead, right? You can't
Mhm.
do that when there's a lot of noise around, when there's a lot of friction, a lot of people looking for recognition, attention,
Wow.
competing with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, no, get to your house, okay, get in quiet and figure out what it is that you need to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you need that silence to be able to hear clearly, to even hear your thoughts clearly,
What's
right?
that old cliche? Silence is golden.
Silence definitely is golden,
Yeah.
and we've gotten away from that
Yeah.
in this internet
Because that makes
social media
nowadays
age.
it's loud.
Yes.
There is no such thing as silence. Everyone has to say something. You know, and I know the old folks used to say, just because you can do it or say it, it doesn't mean you have to.
Hmm.
You got to say something. You got to be loud, and so everybody could hear you and see you, and they already know what your move is.
Hmm.
You know, because they know who you are,
Yeah.
right? So, like my husband was saying about that silent part, if you're quiet, nobody's gonna know where you're coming from, what your next move is, right?
And you
Yeah.
don't have to do all that because the scripture, is pretty clear that the gift that God has given us will make room for us.
All
You don't have
right.
to make room for yourself. Your gift will create opportunities and make room for you.
Yeah. Your gift will make room for you. Yeah.
Yes. So let's look at some data. Success is external, purpose is internal. According to research by Positive Psychology, it shows that external achievements bring temporary satisfaction. External achievements bring temporary
Temporary
satisfaction.
satisfaction.
Why? Because now it's time to chase the next
Mm.
goal, right?
Yeah.
While purpose driven life living is strongly associated with long term well being and life satisfaction. So having a purposeful life has that long term well being and gives you that gratification, that satisfaction
Mhm.
in life.
Okay.
According to studies from Harvard's Humane Flourishing Program, achievement fades, alignment endures. So the Harvard's Human Flourishing Program suggests that individuals who prioritize meaning and purpose report greater resilience during stress and transition. Those who live a purposeful life,
Mhm.
stress, trials, tribulations don't impact them quite the way of those who are just out there chasing goals, right? And not having a good, sound spiritual foundation. So noise can drown out our calling.
Hmm.
If you ever notice when God calls someone in scripture, he forces them to get away from their surroundings. He puts them in a new environment. Why? Because he wants to speak clearly to them. He doesn't want them
Wow.
being um, distracted and disturbed by what's normal, what's around them. So God gets us away. He gets us to a quiet place so he can speak very clearly to us.
Can you give like an example of, like, from the experiences that you've had,
Mhm.
what was your quiet place when God was pulling you away from, and wanting to speak to you? It's something you can think of,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Let me think about that for a moment. Of course, there's a number of instances where he would put me in position where I had to get away and be quiet.
Mhm.
Let me think of one. That's a good question.
Yeah, because I know that it has happened in probably most of our lives, and maybe we just didn't recognize it. Maybe.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think from my experiences, I think God speaks to me more as soon as you turn that light off and we go to, I'm thinking I'm going to sleep,
Mhm.
but I've noticed lately that that's more of my time to pray and God, whatever you have for me. And I mean, it gives me an opportunity at that time to actually pray individually
Mhm.
for, sometimes, like, oh, that's our family, but I start calling names out,
Mhm.
of family, friends, situations,
Mhm.
and I don't feel rushed.
Mhm.
I don't feel like, oh, I have to hurry up and do it right now. And I'm not sleepy.
Mhm.
Eventually, God will put me to sleep, but that's the time and it's so quiet,
Mhm.
it's peaceful. The TV's not on. I'm not
Mhm.
on social media, looking at my phone, playing my game or whatever,
Not distracted.
even though the five fans are blowing.
Mhm.
But
5 fans, it's only 2.
yeah,
It's
it
only
feels it
2.
feels like five.
Okay. Well, one of the
But
fans may have 5 blades on it.
okay,
That's what
five
you're
blade
talking about?
fan, and yeah,
Okay.
and yeah.
Mhm.
So y'all get my drift. That's how
Mhm.
cold it is in our room. But anyway, on back on subject, I think
But
that's my time.
what happens if I turn those fans off though?
I start sweating.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
just
sweat through the night
I
anyway.
know
So,
you enjoy the fans. So don't make it
where
seem
them
like
fans at?
don't make it sound like it's just me wanting to have the fans on because that is not the case. That's not the truth,
Yes, it
everybody.
is.
That is
He
not the
can't
truth.
sleep. The only time my husband sleeps without the fan is if he's getting sick. That's it. Other than that, and fingers are like icicles.
No, no, I love the fans, but I just want to
Mhm.
make sure everyone's clear that you love them too. That's all. That's
Not as
all.
much as you, boo
That's all.
boo.
So I thought about an instance. I can remember the church I became born again believer at, right?
Hmm.
Victory and Power Ministries in Baton Rouge. And I was doing all kind of stuff. We were doing security, we were doing lawn maintenance, cleaning the place, whatever needed to be done. And usher, greeter, all of these things. And man, I wanted to become a deacon, right?
Hmm.
And I didn't tell anyone I wanted to become a deacon, but man, I had this desire to be a deacon, to be one of the leaders, kind of leading some auxiliaries
Hmm.
in the church. And I can remember, just going to church, doing my job, and I can remember being led by the Holy Spirit just to, go back to my apartment
Hmm.
and just spend some time and just sit and just think about how the Lord could use me as a deacon in that church. So I would get quiet, I'd
Hmm.
pray,
Hmm.
I'd read some scriptures about what it meant to be a deacon, how the deacons were raised up in the book of Acts, why they were called, so the apostles and prophets could be free to, study the word, pray, preach the word, so on and so forth. And in those quiet moments, is when the Lord began to speak to me about how I can take certain steps um, to
Hmm.
be promoted, if you will,
The deacon.
and yeah, to become
Hmm.
a deacon.
Hmm.
And it was
Hmm.
simply, just let your gift make room for you. Be quiet, do what you expected to do, you're asked to do, be on time, be early, and serve the needs of the people of God.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those times where I didn't need to go out and say, "Hey, look at me. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I deserve to be a deacon."
Yeah.
No, it was 2 deacons on the deacon board who, recommended me to the elders. Say, we got this guy here. He's faithful. He comes. He doesn't, cause any problems, any trouble. He prays. He does this, whatever we ask of him. And
Yeah.
then they set me on this path of preparing and going through training to become a deacon. But I had to just be quiet,
Yeah.
and just wait for that door to open for me, right?
Yeah.
So that's one
Yeah.
example that came to mind.
That
Does that
was a
make
good
sense?
example.
That makes sense.
I like the quiet part.
Hmm.
I think it like you were saying that the it sometimes it's so loud and all you hear is chaos, confusion. Um, Even on social media, so many things are so disturbing, and that could kind of pull you away. Oh, that can kind of pull you
No, go ahead.
away from, you know, your focus, right? And me personally, I am not like the quiet type. Rather, when I was in school, I had to have a TV on in the background for me to complete my assignments. And Devin was like, how can you work like that? And I can, but on the flip side of that, of course, pulling you away from that is just so peaceful, man,
You
and
probably wasn't retaining as much as you could have retained
oh,
too, right?
oh,
Would you agree with that?
no,
No?
I shall
No?
not agree with that,
Okay. Well, it
you know.
works. Hey, different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes today. Remember that song? Different strokes to
And
move the world.
you're not that sleepy.
Man, I am. I'm so sleepy. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, can you think of something what was your question again? Because I don't want to get the question mixed up.
So I didn't ask a
I
question.
did, huh?
Yeah,
My
you
bad.
did.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
if
sorry.
we can give an example of when you knew you had to be in a quiet place, um, to hear, clearly what the next steps are, what you needed to do. Basically, that was the question that you asked,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Mhm.
For an example.
Yeah.
Anybody have an example of that you want to share with us?
If you
Excuse
did
me.
you realize that that's what it was?
Hmm.
Because a lot of times we don't, babe. We don't realize it.
Hmm.
But as you grow and mature in Christ, then I think
That's why we have to
that's
be
when
more
you,
intentional.
yeah,
That's why we
yeah,
have to be more intentional,
yeah, yeah.
you know. So achievement fades, but alignment with your calling, your purpose, it endures.
Mm-hmm.
Noise can drown out our calling. Constant busyness, comparisons, and performance culture that we live in. It's
Mm-hmm.
performance culture, right? Everybody trying to get on social media and outperform the next one, trying to create something that's going to get 10,000 likes, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
a performance culture that we live in. And it makes it harder for us to discern our purpose if we're out
Mm-hmm.
constantly being busy, just being a busybody, comparing ourselves to other people, and just getting caught up in this performance culture. It will silence our time to really reflect, to
Mm-hmm.
take the time and get in a place where we can just reflect on our day, how our day went, what can we change to improve, what are the things that were highlights that we need to enhance
Mm-hmm.
or accentuate. So without being able to reflect, part of the reason is because we're just too busy.
Yeah.
We caught up in performance culture. We're comparing, what we're doing, our life, to
Yeah.
someone else. So purpose operates quietly but consistently.
Mm.
Purpose is quiet but is really consistent. Remember we talked about those habits to end the year and to start the new year. That a habit is formed 22. It takes 22 to 66 days to form a habit.
Hmm.
We think we're going to start something just instantly. It doesn't work like that. If you want to create a habit, you have to do it
Yeah.
22 to 66 days to create and form a habit.
Hmm.
So purpose operates quietly but consistently. Purpose shows up in how you serve, how you treat people, and how you make decisions when no one is around, no one is looking. That's when purpose
Mm-hmm.
shows up. Faith centered perspective, many are called before they are recognized, right? Before you are called, you are recognized. And I can give you an example of that. This process I'm going through at the church that I got saved at, became a born again Christian at,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm desiring to be a deacon. I'm busy doing work, working, in the youth department with the church, bringing kids from Boys and Girls Club where I worked to the church.
Mm-hmm.
Just real busy. While all of this is going on in my apartment on campus at Louisiana State University, the Lord showed up in my apartment and gave me a vision. Matter of fact, I shared it with Jolie today. Jolie Adams,
Oh,
Mike,
you
Mike
spoke to
and
her?
Sharita, Mike and Sharita
Okay.
daughter.
Yeah.
I was sharing with her, the Lord spoke to me and showed me a hammer smashing a rock with flames coming off the rock.
Mm.
I was a I was a young Christian. I didn't know what that was. And he led me to Jeremiah 23:29, which says, "Is not my word like as a fire? and like a hammer that smashes the rock into pieces. And the logo for our church came from that vision that I received from the Lord, came from that scripture. So our logo for Mighty Strength of Jesus Ministries was a big rock with a hammer smashing that rock and flames coming off the rock with Jeremiah 23:29 underneath it, right? So getting in that quiet place,
Yeah.
just seeking the Lord, wanting to be used by him, wanting to help people and serve,
Help and serve.
serve our communities.
Yes.
The Lord gave me a vision, and it was many years later before we launched the church, before we saw that vision come to pass.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Cuz said, "Purpose whisper." That's good. She
Mhm.
also says some people always have to be around other people. It's important to just get away from everyone so that you can hear the voice of God.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's exactly what God did, right? He sent Abraham off. He said, "You got to go, man."
Yeah.
You know?
Cousin Tandra, she said purpose is quiet, but it's consistent. She said it's going on her vision board. You heard me?
Yes.
Put it on your vision board, cousin.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
So a faith-centered perspective. Many are called before they are recognized. Purpose often matures in obscurity before it's ever revealed publicly. I'll say that again. Purpose often matures in obscurity before it's ever revealed publicly. So I remember I used to tell our church all the time, before you're exalted, before the Lord exalts you, he'll humiliate you.
Mm,
You have to be humiliated before you're exalted.
mm.
Cuz, do you remember exactly what I used to say? Because that doesn't sound right. That didn't come out right. That didn't come out
She
right.
will type it in the chat.
Yeah, that didn't
That's
come
not
out
what
right.
you remember?
No, it's what I
That's
meant,
what you meant.
but that's not how it came out. So
You,
before something is humiliation.
come on, cuz we need you.
Yes.
Come on, cuz you got to remember, because he know he lean on you to remember. Old man, be forgetting. Why you got your arm all in the
See, it's too late. See, just that quickly. You see that? Too late.
You got your arm all across the YouTube channel.
That's what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's so funny. Cuz gonna text. She gonna put it in the chat.
Before something is humiliation, but it's before something. I can't remember what it is. But anyway,
That's all
a
right.
key reflection for everyone tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself this: am I building a life that looks successful or one that feels meaningful?
Hmm.
Think about that for a minute. Am I building a life that looks successful or one that feels meaningful?
So, hmm.
You know why
What
so many? Yeah. Before honor
honor is
is
humility.
humility.
Go
That's
ahead,
it.
cuz.
That's it. Before honor.
Before honor is humility.
Well, before honor is
Before
humiliation. You have to
is
be
humiliation.
humiliated before you're honored.
Were you
Yes.
humiliated?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No example.
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of them I could share.
2 minutes to go through, right, babe?
Yes.
Yeah. I think at some point we've all been humiliated and the
Mhm.
light bulb went off, right? Yeah. Don't act like he the only one. You notice I didn't say we. He
Mhm.
like don't
No,
act
you
like
ain't
he the
you
only
ain't
one
never
that's
been
been
humiliated.
humiliated. Oh, yeah. Mm,
So ask yourself that
no.
question. Am I building a life that looks successful or one that feels meaningful? All right. I have a few questions I want to pose to everyone tonight. How do you personally define success right now? Success as that word is vast. It just means so many different things to people. All of us will have a different take on what success is for us. So
Mm,
think about that. How do you personally define success right now?
mm,
Is it your job? Is it your education? Is it your kids doing well? Your grandkids excelling? What's
mhm.
success to you? Is it getting up every day and being kind to people? You know, what how do
Yeah,
you define success?
yeah.
What does that look like for you? I want you to think about that.
Hmm.
And you can jump into the chat and share that with us so we can share it with everyone. Another question.
Hmm.
Where in your life do you feel the most peace, even if it's not the most visible place? Where do you go in your life where you feel the most peace?
Hmm.
Some may say work because it's so hellish at home.
I know my peace was when I would come home, especially in the summertime. It would be in the backyard.
Sitting in the backyard,
Yeah, under the umbrella,
have the umbrella up,
snoring.
mm,
Yep,
falling asleep on the patio
on
furniture.
yep. Before the patio was done, I used to be in the garage. Remember, that was my little piece, my little spot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where's yours? Or what's yours?
Um, Peace for me initially is the first thing in the morning when I get up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get on my knees and pray, and then I get a chance to just kind of meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get my day started. So that's one of my peaceful
Yeah.
times, if you will.
Yeah. Cause humility is a sign of strength.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Another question. What quiet nudges or convictions have you been ignoring? What's been nudging you lately? What's been pricking you lately? And you just been ignoring it.
Mm-hmm.
It happens a lot. If you think about it, you can be in church
Mm-hmm.
and the Lord will speak to you and say, "Hey, I want you to give such and such above your tithes and
Mm-hmm.
offerings." And you be like, "Nah, that ain't the Lord." Nudging you. All right. God says, when I'm spending time in the word and prayer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are those quiet nudges or those convictions you've been ignoring lately? I know some of you, I've spoken to some of you, it's like, man, I want to go back to school. I want to get, this degree. I want to get this certification. But it never happens. We never make it happen. That's a nudge. It's a conviction, probably, that you're ignoring.
Yeah.
Go back and do it. Go back and get it done. Complete it.
Yeah.
Last question. What would you change if you measured your life by your purpose? How your purpose is aligned with why you're here on this earth, as opposed to applause, recognition, validation? What would you change if you
Hmm.
measured your life by your purpose as opposed to validation or recognition?
I think when I was younger, um, I wanted that validation and recognition,
Hmm.
you know,
We
at
all do.
work.
We all do.
But as I've gotten older, I just want to do my job, do it well, you know,
Hmm.
and keep it moving. I don't wait for validation
Hmm.
from people, especially when, you know, I know that I'm doing
Hmm.
my job well.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're waiting on validation and you won't get it.
Hmm. And you'll live a life of disappointment if you're
Yeah.
waiting on someone else's
Yep.
validation.
Yep.
Yeah. I see Dr. K says, "Hi,
Yep.
fam, in a meeting, but trying to catch the end of the conversation." Thank you. Thank you
Hey,
for
Dr.
being there
K.
with us.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes. All right.
J Dutch,
J
cousin
Dutch in the
Dana.
house. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I see cousin D in the house too.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. On another note.
Wow.
On another note.
Man, you said a mouthful.
Yeah.
That quiet. I need that quietness. You
Yeah.
know, um, just being loud. Like we said a long time, you're loud and common. And so
Uh-huh.
you can't just always have something to say.
Mhm.
You
Now
know,
this is on another note.
this is on another note.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on another note.
Okay.
But I'm just sitting here rubbing my chin. I can feel all these hairs.
Don't tell the people.
I
That. Don't tell
I
the
don't
people
even know.
that.
I don't know why I said that, but I
Don't
just
tell
feel
the
all
people
these
that.
hairs on my chin. That's definitely on another note,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But anyway, and me personally, I'm a loud person, so, but I don't like to be around a whole bunch of madness and craziness and all that. So yeah. So I'm just thankful. I'm super, 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 super thankful that I've realized when God speaks to me right before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you it's so peaceful, and he literally just, it feels like he's rocking me to sleep. As I'm praying, he's rocking me to sleep. And eventually I'll just fall off. I mean, I'm calling out everybody's name. If it's families, friends, my residents, my neighbors, just, when I ask God to bless my husband from the top of his head to the sole of his feet, just it gives me time, that quiet, peaceful time. Because y'all know I got a big mouth. Do I got a big mouth, man?
Depends on what you mean by big mouth. Depends on what that means.
What you mean, just loud in general?
Come on, Dr. Till, I need you to read that. And you got to hit
All
C more
right,
because she has
cousin.
more. You got to hit C more.
Feed me, Seymour. Hold on, baby.
There you go.
To me, success is defined as fulfilling my heart's desires through the word of God. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Through God, I've earned, girl.
Yeah, I've become a doctor,
Earning my PhD, home ownership,
and have been blessed
with
an awesome therapist.
Hey.
And finally learning that my life matters.
And it's okay to put you first.
Yes.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's good too, because she finds her peace when she's traveling alone, and she's praying and meditating. Being a caretaker isn't easy.
Caregiver,
caretaker.
Yeah, caregiver, not
caregiver. Yeah. 2026, I'm getting some glasses. I'm tired of squinting.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that was
Dr. Taylor. Thank you for sharing that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So your vision board gonna be rolling, Sandra. Wow. That's awesome. So we got 2 doctors in the house. Hey, calling Dr. Sandra, Dr. Devitt, Dr. K. Got 3 doctors. Yeah.
Is Dr. LeBoyd on?
I'm not sure.
I don't see him.
I know for everybody in New Orleans, it's Mardi Gras time. Not Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras. I know y'all rolling and
parade season.
Parade season. We got the what them things is, them king cakes.
Yeah, we need to get
got all the balls. And anybody out there want to send us a king cake? Thank you.
We got a grandson down there playing trombone in Carr's band.
Yep.
So I got to get with him, see what kind of skills he got. So when I'm down there, I'm gonna get on that trombone and show him how to play a few notes.
What I told you?
What?
But that playing talking about you going on the trombone.
I'm just gonna show him a few notes.
Because I told him he's gonna be in the hospital. He gonna lungs gonna collapse. He know he's too old. Talking about he gonna go and then nothing else ain't gonna come out. He gonna need he gonna be in the emergency room. Talking about a trombone.
If Sean is
listening, cousin Teresa.
If Sean is listening, he needs to know when I get down there, I'm gonna get on that trombone and show him a tune or two.
True, Shawnee voice and chain.
Yeah, I know.
Deep voice. Hey, Mama Mimi. I'm like, this is not the same little scrub that was before. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tandra, you blessed us on that word, baby. I'm gonna go back and read that comment you made, baby, because that was awesome.
Great point.
And the one that Cuz said about you have, sometimes you have to pull away from not being around people and just, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I hope we all get that opportunity to know when we're hearing from God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And not the devil.
We got to be trained,
Yeah.
We got to be trained. This mentorship is so important, man.
Yeah.
Got to have good mentors in our lives to help us navigate this life. But anyway, it's been a great night. Thank you for joining us. Please, if you haven't gone to our YouTube channel, Meaningful Conversations with Dr. Devin Oden, please go there, subscribe, like, hit that bell, make comments. and share. Please share it with your family and friends if you feel like this is a good use of time to spend with us as we talk about some meaningful things that's important for us and our families and our communities. Yes.
Tracy say, sister-in-law Tracy, guys, please pray for us. My cousin was killed. I saw that. I was gonna call you after this was over, Tracy, because
What
Tiffany
happened?
posted something. One of her cousins were
Cousins was killed
killed in
in
Treme
Tremaine.
yesterday.
Oh wow.
Wow, that's the
Yes.
one I was reading about, the assistant
Oh
principal.
yes. Okay. All
Wow.
right, Trey. We'll be praying tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
And Derica, our daughter-in-law, our daughter
She
in
said she
love.
gonna let
She gonna let D know.
Shawnee know.
Yeah.
He can't play with his papa. Trace, I'm gonna call you when I get off, girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank y'all so
Yes.
much.
So
Lord have
just
mercy,
remember
Jesus.
this: success may get attention if that's what you're looking for, but purpose will sustain you. Purpose will strengthen you. Purpose will give you your foundation in
Mm,
life.
mm,
When those applause fade, when they stop, when they go away, when the titles change, when seasons shift from
mm.
fall to winter, purpose is what remains. No matter what season of life you're in, because you have a purpose, you'll stay steadfast, right?
Mhm.
Your purpose, it grounds you, it guides you, it gives you meaning to everything that you're trying to build. Your purpose gives you meaning to everything that you're trying to build. So thank you for joining us tonight on Meaningful Conversations. Until next time, slow down, okay? Slow down, listen closely,
Be
pay
quiet.
attention, and don't overlook. Please don't overlook what's quietly calling you forward. Something is quietly pulling you, calling you forward. Please
Yeah.
don't ignore it.
Tracy said, I am purposeful in
In my
my purpose.
purpose. Yes.
All right, sis.
Yes. Yes.
Cuz said she got them gray hairs too on her chin. Trey, you got them gray hairs on your chin.
That wasn't what she was referring to, huh?
Yes, she was.
I know cuz ain't not telling anybody that she got some gray
She
hairs.
said me too. What else she was talking about?
She might have been talking about something else that was
Because you
said.
was talking about the gray hairs rubbing
No,
across the
she
chin.
wasn't talking.
The
Trust me, she
hairs.
wasn't talking about that.
Shy, what I'm talking
Trust me.
about. Hey, cousin Teresa.
Yes.
Don't act like y'all ain't got them hairs on y'all chinny chin chin.
Yeah, I don't need you putting that out there.
All these girl, look at the gray.
Mhm.
You say head, not chin. Oh, you ain't got it on your chin? Y'all don't get these hairs right
She's
here?
still talking about
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. All right. Let me
All
be
right.
quiet. Shh.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. See you next week, okay? Take care.
Love your family.
Bye.
Derek White. Oh, hey, Derek. That's our neighbor.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. How you doing, Pastor? All right.
Look at her. Yep, that's what she was talking about. Uh-huh. I know. Bye, y'all. Love you guys.